likes up. Get them 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 likes up. Get them, yeah. Get them likes up. 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 Up.
Hey, what it do, man? Welcome to another episode of Spinning the Block Media. You know what I'm saying? This is your boy Derek Demure.
And it's your boy DJ Designs.
Say, man, we don't make the headlines.
We just debate the headlines and we give it to you straight.
You got a terrible lag now, I ain't gonna lie. As soon as we went live, we were lagging like a mother. And I don't know why, because your bars are all the way up. Yeah, your bars was all the way up, so I don't know why you was lagging. But DJ Designs will be right back, man. Say, welcome to another episode of Spin the Block Media. As always, this episode is brought to you by Hughes BOA and D's Totally Tees. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, y'all make sure y'all check us out at www.hughesboa.com and also D's Totally Tees or DJ Designs on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you know, all your social media. So we're gonna wait on DJ Designs to come back through. Hopefully he's not lagging when he get back. I don't know what it is, but yeah, we've been dealing with that issue for a minute, man. Well, not for a minute, but these last few times he's been lagging, so we're gonna see what's up. And he's back. So
All right, y'all. Let me know if the lag's still going on.
okay, nah, you good now.
Okay, I think I was trying to put that virtual background in. Maybe it ain't happening right now.
Oh yeah, probably so, probably so. I mean, you know, these computers, they be finicky sometimes, you feel me? But we gonna jump right into it, man. So an HPD officer felt the need to pull a gun on her sister's boyfriend because he had took her phone. So let's jump right into it, and then we'll get back with the commentary.
I DM for a lot of people I come, a lot of people tripping about my show in September because I go for my plea all the That ain't how it goes.
Hold on, my bad. I had a little issue right there. I got to get the video right because every video we have on is playing right now. Every video that we was gonna cover is trying to play at one time. So hold on. All right, here we go. My bad, y'all. Kind of a rough start, but hey, you know we gonna finish strong.
Me. Brenda, so you gonna play with me? Give me the motherfucking phone right there. Put it in my motherfucking hand. Here, man. So you gonna shoot me over there? Over your sister hitting me in my face? Fuck like me. You sorry. I can't wait till they lock your ass up in October. I ain't even know y'all already planned it. Y'all already set it up. Yes. I already know. I promise you. That's fine. But you don't know what I can do. You don't know what I can do to your sister too. Your sister stabbed me. I ain't put no case on her. She should have made sure the shit stuck. Bitch. I should have. You the bitch. I'll be a bitch. You want to. You ain't shoot that gun. You can't be scared. You ain't shoot that gun. Yeah, you ain't shoot that gun. You ain't shoot that gun. You ain't shoot that. Yeah, she right here. She got a gun on me. I'm just telling you that she pulled a gun on me, huh? Play with me again.
This is crazy in every sense of the word, man. Go ahead. Let me hear what you got to say.
Man, that's just it's terrifying, especially when a person of authority is acting like that, and particularly they're off duty. So it's like you're abusing your authority in a situation like that. Let your sister handle the situation. You of all people should know. Just let law enforcement handle it if he's in the wrong. He shouldn't be holding her property against her will. So call one of your co-workers and let them know what's going on. He's holding her property against her will. So it's some type of legal action that can be done with that. But the way that she took it over the top, come on, man, that's very scary and dangerous, bro.
Nah, yeah, you are a law enforcement officer, right? First of all, you should have handled it as such. You should have handled it in a lawful manner, right? You could have called for backup. Dude could have easily went to jail if you did have your sister's phone. Instead, you want to take the vigilante route, right? You want to pull a gun, put a gun directly in the face of this man, tell him that you're gonna shoot him if he don't give you the phone. You know what I'm saying? This is ludicrous, and cops should be held to a higher standard. So yeah, she should be prosecuted. You know what I'm saying? Because she's not a civilian. As a law enforcement officer, you should be held to a higher standard. I definitely think that she should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law because you did this to a citizen. He may have been in the wrong if he did have her sister's phone, but yet and still, you should have handled it in a lawful manner, and you didn't. You know what I'm saying? You took the vigilante route. You acted just like a thug who didn't have any fucking sense with a gun. You know what I'm saying? And you're right, it was an abuse of power.
Yeah. You're acting worse than a thug, because I can't get out and do nothing to you because now you have all authority to do what you're going to do to me. So it's just a straight demeaning situation to be put in. And her irrationality just is not good to be even on the streets like that because now her getting away with this is going to be worse. I mean, like you said, it depends on what the situation is. More come out about it, but she should definitely lose her job. I don't know jail time because the position that she is in, but she should definitely lose her job just for losing her cool like that off duty.
It's nothing that he could have did besides give her the phone. Because I mean, what if you would have did anything besides give her the phone? She would have had justifiable cause to shoot you, right? You would have been giving her justifiable cause to shoot you if you would have tried to jump fly. And that's exactly what they would have said. So, keeping his calm, giving her the phone, hey, talking a little shit back and forth, letting her go on about her business, and then handling it the way he did. He went and got Dr. Candace Owens and Quanell X, because to my understanding, she wasn't fired. At first, she wasn't even put on administrative leave. She was given desk duty. So let's jump into that video
Hmm.
with Dr. Candace Owens and Quanell X.
Brenda, so you gonna
Play with me.
you
Give me the
the
motherfucking
phone right there.
Put it in my motherfucking
to
hand.
demand
Good, man.
that his office
So you gonna shoot me
right
over
now
there?
with the
Over your
Harris
sister
County
hitting me in my
District
face.
to have
Fuck
this
like me.
constable charged with a crime
y'all
and
never
multiple
did that.
crimes, at least two. This constable who took a gun viciously and aggressively and stuck it in this young man's face, demanding he hand over a cell phone. She was in uniform. She threatened his life. She stuck that gun to his head. And she should be charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. And she should be charged with aggravated robbery. That day, she took on the behavior and the conduct of a criminal and a thug in uniform. Go ahead, Doc.
And to add, just seeing that behavior, this officer was unhinged. And it makes you question, is this what she's done in other cases? We also need to demand all her arrest cases need to be investigated.
State how you felt when that gun was in your face.
Just probably scared, you know what I'm saying? Just a little afraid,
Speak up.
Go ahead, just
I just afraid, you know what I'm saying? Worried if it's gonna escalate to another level, you know what I'm saying? And what the outcome will be after the fact, how detrimental it be to the, the likeness of my children, and with all this stuff happening the way it did. So Yeah, I'm pretty traumatized by it because I don't want to drive. Now you see how I move with somebody.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
he
I
is
mean,
traumatized by it. Go ahead.
I don't see him actually winning this case. I mean, if he's coming through with a lawsuit or wherever he won't charges, I do see her losing a job, but I don't see him getting much justice in it because when you're dealing with a law enforcement officer, you need a lot of things to be checklisted, and he obviously didn't end up hurt, and he was bickering back and forth. It's like you got to be able to get yourself out of that situation too, and you do have somebody's personal property. You're not all the way clean. She lost her cool, but you're provoking it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't feel like he's going to get anything out of this case. It just seems like it's just a horrible situation.
Yeah, I don't think he's filing a civil suit. What I think is he wants her fired, right? He wants some type of justification. He wants some type of justice for what he had to go through. Now at the end, him saying like he was fearful of his life or it left him traumatized. Like I don't know, maybe it was after the fact because you know when you got a gun in your face, adrenaline is rushing. But dude, you steady talking shit back and forth with her when you knew she had a gun. So I don't see where the traumatization comes in right there. But like I said, I think he wants some retribution, and I think he wants to get her fired, which she should face some type of reprimand, right?
Yeah,
At least. And I'm thinking, but we don't need people
yeah.
like him in law enforcement, right? Who's just gonna pull a gun because the only time a law officer of the law, law enforcement is supposed to pull a gun is when their life is in imminent danger, and he posed no imminent threat to her life.
Exactly. That's over property, and you can almost never do that over property. And it's not even her own property, so it's like, and it's not vital property. So it's like, yeah, she went too far. She gonna lose her career over this, and rightfully so. So we'll see what's going on. We'll see. We'll follow the case.
And people like this shouldn't be able to just department hop, right? She shouldn't be able to go to
Right?
another law enforcement agency and get a job. You know what I'm saying? Because of the severity of the crime or the severity of the punishment or the severity of the act in which she was let go. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put it like that. Yeah, I don't think she should be able to go to another department and get a job in another city or county
Yeah.
since she was a constable. But moving on, man. Finesse two times and his mom have been going backwards and forwards online. Let's check out the clip and then we'll get into the commentary.
But the way my rent was coming
Man,
was
online,
1,500
man.
here, 1,500 there, 500 there, and I just had to hold on to it until it got to 35, y'all, and still have to deal with my landlord coming over. My landlord been over here 4 times. I don't stop answering the door now because at this point, like I told her, I don't have nowhere else to go.
Man, she better get up and do something, man. Talking about
I
finesse.
don't have nowhere else
Yeah,
to
rap
go.
his money don't come in.
But I'm gonna let him know this. When I walk out this door and I take my last box up out of here, that man he never got to worry about me no more. He don't never have to
Crazy,
worry about me no
man.
more, y'all.
But
That
when
man
she
don't
leaves,
care
she gonna
nothing
be
about
putting so
me.
much
He don't
work
love
in.
me. And I keep ignoring it. Y'all think everything great because y'all see what y'all see on this internet. Outside this motherfucking internet, I'm bleeding over here. Cut by somebody that I didn't even do nothing to.
Did you do something for? What Finette had to say about that?
What you mean? Did she do something for him? Yeah, she did something for him. Nigga, that's your mama.
Man, the man, the
Yeah, it's
man, the
understandable,
man
but come
never
on, you
gave
gonna.
that
I mean,
job.
you gonna sit back and ain't gonna try to put in on this. I mean, I know I'm finessing everything, but come on, you sitting back and ain't putting in on nothing. I'm providing everything. Like, come
I'm
on
saying
now.
though, dog,
Sometimes
hold on, man. 'Cause hold on. What
put
you
in
mean ain't
them.
putting on nothing, man? She raised this man. Ain't no telling what she sacrificed, right? Ain't no telling what she had to sacrifice for him, his brothers, his sisters, and all this here. You making all this money. You posting all these duffel bags of fucking money online. You buying all this jewelry and shit, and then you renting the house for your mama, my nigga. You should have been and bought a house for your mama, my nigga. Come on, man. It ain't no way you
Man,
could justify it, dog. Ain't no way you
let's see
could
what
justify
finesse. Let's see what finesse got to say, man. Let's see what finesse got to say.
it. I ain't even got Finesse's rebuttal to it,
Oh,
dog.
you
I
ain't
ain't got.
got
I
finesse
know he was
rebuttal
talking about,
because I seen he
you
was
know.
out there.
I mean, if you want to pull it up, I know he was talking about like family and stuff. He did a whole bunch of little clips, but I know it was one where he was talking about family and he was saying he wasn't talking about his mama per se, but at the same he was just talking about family in general. But at the same time, my nigga, I'm saying what you putting your mama through right now, she getting evicted. You know what I'm saying? You giving up 1,500 here, 500 here, you know, and then a minute you don't like something she say or something she do, and we all gonna fall out. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, this is your mama, dog. You should have been and put her up in her own crib, but the only thing she had to worry about was a mortgage, not no fucking month to month rent.
Man, man, look. At the
That
end
was
of
the
the
first
day,
thing she
moms
should have
can't
did.
live how
He could do
finesse is
anything
living.
else he wanted to. Go ahead.
But
Go
you
ahead.
never know
I'm
how
cool.
mom. You never know. You never know. You never know how moms was. You thinking it's all. It probably could have been all peaches and cream, but it probably wasn't all peaches and cream growing up. He probably had to spend a lot of time at grandma's. You know what I'm saying? He got a lot of different family members he got to take care of, and then moms will want this little modest house somewhere. She won't. She trying to match my fly. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, houses appreciate, depreciate. I might always have to take care of you because you're not going to be able to fund yourself in this type of neighborhood. So it's just like you got to look at it from all type of angles. Like, and mom's gonna have to be appreciative of what's going down. You know what I'm saying? Finesse can't be the bad guy just because you can't even help put in on certain things, and it's your house. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so he the super bad guy because he got bundles of money, but he's supposed to spend it on everybody else. You know what I'm saying? That's
I'm not saying
that's
spend
his
it on
money, man.
everybody else. I'm not saying spend it on everybody else. I'm saying, look, okay, you get your mama a crib, dog. You don't get her no fucking apartment or a house where she have to pay rent in. You get her a crib. She do her little candles and shit on the side. You know what I'm saying? She be at his shows doing the door and stuff like that. So it's not like she not helping or whatever. You never know what she doing behind the scenes. But this nigga is in asshole mode. You know what I'm saying? He ungrateful. This is your mom's. Like I said, ain't no telling what she went through. But if y'all past that stage, look, you done made it in life, bro. What is you holding on to that so severely? What is you holding on to from the past that so severely affected you the way you have to treat your mom like this? You know what I'm saying? They even say he be talking shit about his old man and stuff like that. You know, when daddy asked me for $500, I ain't giving him no five. I just gave the nigga. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't for everybody to know though. You feel me? It's just like, it, don't get me wrong, you ain't gonna never do for daddy like you do for mama. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you didn't grow up in a two-parent household. Mama gonna always come first. I think that's a given. But you shouldn't be doing your mama like this, my nigga. You should at least, the first thing you should have did was put her up in her own crib. You know what I'm saying? And if you paid the down payment or whatever and you want her to take control of the mortgage, then you should have said that, or give her a monthly allowance or whatever. But don't do all this 1,500 here. I want mad at her this week. I ain't giving her no money. Oh, fuck that! I'm going to buy me a chain. Mama just gonna have to fend for herself. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna spend 20K on getting this broad a BBL, but my mama 20K down on the house. Come on, man.
Man, look, that's why a lot of young black people can't stay rich because they got to worry about taking care of others. You know what I'm saying? It's like I can live this lifestyle because I made this money. but I will go broke trying to provide that for everyone the same way. So you got to let finesse is. It's a catch-22 because Jay love his mama, but I mean, what's going? He got to take care of that household, this household, a couple of baby mama households, and then the money getting spread thin. So I'm just saying he gonna need people to pitch in, and if he ain't got it this month, it shouldn't be like rock bottom for you. You know what I'm saying?
We not talking
Especially
about
right.
everybody else though. We not talking about everybody else.
That's the reality of it though. She is one of many.
But
And
she
he's him.
come first. Look, he not married, so he not married, right?
He got baby mama.
His kids are little kids. Mama gotta come first, dog.
He got
Mama
baby
gotta come
mamas.
first.
Yes. Hey, it ain't about coming first. It's about he come first and then he disperse. Because if he don't come first, he ain't gonna be able to make the money for nobody.
Well,
If he
yeah, he
can't just
come first. Look, he come first as far as that. But come on, man, you can't be going by 10, 20 chains. You know what I'm saying? Or all these
that's
diamonds
his
and
life.
shit. And then like, come on, man, come on, be for
So he
real,
gotta he
dog. Be
gotta
for real.
not get the chains and then put mama up and kind of mimic his lifestyle with mama and baby mama. I feel you, but I'm just saying, if 1 month shouldn't be rock bottom for you. You gonna have if you've been getting paid for years, you should have some type of stash.
That's
You
what
can't
she
be like,
telling you
oh,
though. That's what she telling you. She haven't been getting steady income from this nigga for years. He's
but
been
she's
breaking her off bit by bit. 1,500 here, 500 here, 1,000 there, whatever he feel.
but it's been getting paid for. So once it get paid for, it's like your money. You should be saving something up somewhere. That's all I'm
Man,
saying. You should have a blanket yourself if your stuff getting paid for. But people don't want to. People don't want to do no. You know what I'm saying? No. What is it called? Looking into the future, saving and all that, because they like, oh, finesse got me, and then the one time finesse don't got you, boom, I'm putting on social media. Golly,
all right, Miss Dietrich. You hear your boy.
man,
All right,
finesse,
man.
man.
All right. So that wasn't the only drama going on. And Finesse is I'm gonna say he's not. I guess he is. He's a resident of Houston now. But two people that's really from the city that's been into it this week is Mike D and Donnie Houston, man. So let's see how it started to where it's at.
Man, the man never gave me a job.
Never gave you opportunity.
I sent everybody to him, did everything I could do. He became Donnie Houston, #1 motherfucking podcast in Houston, Texas, because he got ahead of us. We looked at him on how to do it. We looked a lot of respect. Like he got the
Right.
#1 slot. I give it to him. I feel like that way. But he didn't believe in me or didn't have the faith in me to work with me or didn't want to work with me
Right.
and didn't tell me that. He just kept shunning me out. So what I did was say, man, I'm doing no more shit.
You already
The entrepreneur came.
called too many times for a ride and
I
they don't
did.
show up, whatever.
Yeah, I do the real tune, then I do urban politician and hundreds of thousands, 200,000-300,000. Shit, nigga, they like my raspy voice ass when I talk this shit. I'm gonna do my own.
I mean, for me, it's just, everybody's telling me, man, y'all should talk. But for me, it's like, what am I talking about?
Yeah.
Like, really, what am I, like, I was hit with all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was hit with we got some kind of problem or, from my understanding, he's upset because he wanted to be a co-host for my show and I didn't want co-host because I just had 5 of my closest friends be my co-host and it didn't work out.
Yeah.
So I wasn't trying to have co-hosts.
Right.
So this was say one of the reasons. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, it's like, bruh, what am I going to say in conversation about that?
Boys know what they doing with them titles. I ain't make that title. Hockey made that title. I ain't never fell out with Donnie Houston a day in my life. I've been disappointed by Donnie Houston. But that's his right. He said on here, I don't want no co-guest. I already had it. Tell me that.
So who do you think was right or wrong in this situation? Let me know. Let me know your thoughts, because your thoughts probably not the same as mine.
I think they both right in their own way. You know what I'm saying? But I think Donnie Houston is more right because you can't go off of, yeah, y'all got a tight relationship, let me be your co-host, when you don't know what he had going on prior. He's built a whole different business model. So it's like he's not even thinking about a co-host. He's not dissing you, but he's moved on from that situation. But you don't understand that, and you took it as a diss. So I understand how you took it, and it could be perceived that way. What's his name? Mike D.
Yeah.
I can understand how it could be perceived that way, but he kind of making it more about emotion than, you know what I'm saying, than just straight business. And Donnie Houston is just saying it's about business, man. I didn't want to go that way. My best friends were my co-hosts, and it didn't work out. So having you on there, I'm not sure. So you got to respect that. I mean, he probably didn't know it at the time why he was getting let down, but I feel like you got to respect that, man.
Um. First of all, maybe I can see both points of views, but I'm gonna say this: Mike D brought that idea to Donnie Houston to go visual with it. Donnie Houston wasn't doing a podcast, right? Well, he may have been doing a podcast, but it wasn't a visual podcast like on YouTube or anything. He was only doing audio interviews with people. Okay, then not only that, Mike D introduced you to a bunch of people, niggas that didn't know you, wasn't trying to get to know you, or wouldn't come and sit down and do an interview with you if it wasn't for Mike D. That's number one. Number two, when a nigga came to you and asked you about the co-host thing, and he said co-guest on there, but he meant co-host. When he came to you and asked you about the co-host thing, why not just tell him then? You know what I'm saying? Why just ignore and leave the nigga on red and all this here? And then when he just said, fuck it, well, I'm gonna do my own shit, you had already had him on as a guest once and interviewed him. You know what I'm saying? Because Mike D ain't part of the culture in Houston. He is the culture in Houston, right? He go all the way back to the Fat Pat days and all this here, the screwed up clique. So he knew all them cats and he helped usher in that period of H-Town history. And he still got it going on. So what I'm saying is you couldn't even show the man no gratitude, a depth of gratitude by when he told you that he wanted to come on your show and promote his podcast that he was gonna come out with. You leave him on red. You don't even, you know what I'm saying? You can't even like respect that. It ain't even a competition thing. You looking at it, to me, Donnie Houston looking at it is like, oh, now this nigga trying to do a podcast. We trying to step on my toes. It ain't even set, man. Say, man, it's a million motherfucking niggas out here doing podcasts, right? Like they said in the dope game, there's money out here for everybody, right? Like they said in the rap game, there's money out here for everybody, right? Like they say, if you open in the business, there's money out here for everybody. There's money out here for everybody in this podcast thing, man. So why is you holding your nuts on the next nigga? Just because he want to come on your platform and say he finna do his own thing. Then y'all could collaborate. You didn't want to get a nigga a job. You didn't want to let him co-host with you. Then y'all could collaborate on some shit. You know what I'm saying? But damn, since he finna get ready to do his podcast thing, you looking at it as a competition. You lead a nigga on red, but this supposed to be your big homie. Nah, I can't respect that, man.
I mean, I see how you feeling, but at the end of the day, you saying that Mike D gave him the tidbit of go visual with it. But see, the thing
Yeah.
is, Donnie Houston had this lane. He had this lane. It might not have been visual, but he had this lane mapped out of Houston culture that he wanted to put on Front Street, and especially throwback culture. You know what I'm saying? Like what happened back then. He always wanted to delve into that type of situation. So that was a lane that was already carved out, and you
But
gave me the
guess
tidbit to
what?
go visual.
Get, guess what? He couldn't have bust that lane wide open without Mike D. because niggas
and
weren't
that's
trying to
thanks to his
heal.
And that's thanks to his own genius and creative that he got Mike D to help bust open those doors. That's still his lane. And now Mike D went visual, and now he's doing this same exact lane as Donnie Houston. It's the same like podcasts. Yeah, everybody have a podcast, but it's different lanes. But I came up with this underground culture, like documenting, talking about this underground culture of Houston, or this just Houston culture, period. And now Mike D, a legend, is doing it. Yeah, it's competition. I feel like Mike D gotta understand, like, people always think like, oh, this nigga owe me some stuff, bro. You guys work together, and now like it's just no big feelings involved with it. It's just business, and
Mike
of
D ain't
course,
doing the
people
same
want to.
thing though.
Mike D
Mike D
doing
ain't
Houston
doing the same
culture.
thing. He doing Houston culture, yes, but he interviewing niggas, yes, okay, but at the same time, he doing story time with Mike D too, where he giving you the game of what was actually going on back then, stories about Fat Pat or 3-2 or some of them cats, what was going on in Screwhouse that didn't get documented, things like that, things that you wouldn't know unless somebody gave you the game on it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
the part. Donnie Houston will never be able to do that. And
yeah,
I'm
and
not
that's
saying
understandable.
I'm not hating on Donnie Houston. Say I watch his podcast. I watch both of them. I watch everybody podcast really from K Reno to Hockley. Everybody, anybody out the city, Pico and FDA. You know what I'm saying? Anybody out the city, I'll be watching their podcast, seeing how we can actually add to ours. You know what I'm saying? Even though we're not from Houston per se, but if you're around in that Houston metro area, then it is what it is. You part of that culture. So I watch all them
Yeah,
cats, and like you say, Donnie Houston is, he the DJ Screw of it because he was basically the first one to actually get on like that doing it.
that's what I'm saying.
You
So he
know what
got the
I'm
blueprint.
saying? But at
I
the
just
same
feel like
time,
they.
man, you got to give. You can't get the big head and go Hollywood.
No, fact. I mean, I feel you. I feel you. I don't think it's being a big head. Like, I think it's just finding out what's working for you and understanding and staying true to that. And then people just gotta respect that. And then keep it 100. I think you have to do a little bit more. He's not being shysty on it. He just wasn't locking in a deal with Mike D. And it's just like you gotta respect that. He's just doing what's best for him. And now Mike D doing what's best for him, and it's popping off, man. So that's just how it go.
Right? Well, we gonna see, man, because it seemed like Donnie Houston was on underground. What is it? Underground, K Reno and them podcast. It's called Underground something. I can't remember it off the top of the dome. I'm having a little brain for here. But it seemed like he was on there copping a plea, man. But somebody else who was copping a plea is Boosie. So we go get it. Boosie might be doing some time in the Fed.
My DM full. A lot of people in my DM tripping about my shows in September because I go for my plea August 26th, but that ain't how I go in Fed court. Once you take a plea, your sentencing ain't till 2-3 months after that. So I'm gonna be at every show, of course. I mean, pool party's still going on. Still gonna be crazy. Link in the bio for the tickets. But all my fans across the world, it's just a plea that I'm doing on August 26th. That's it, baby. So that's what I wanted to let y'all know. All my shows coming up, I'm gonna be at all my shows that way.
All right, so they speculating that Boosie is
Man,
gonna get two to
this
five.
is just a. Go ahead.
No, I was saying people speculating that Boosie gonna cop the 2 to 5 in the feds. Really, I don't think he got tired of fighting it. I think he got tired of spending that money fighting it. So, hey, if the right amount of time is on the table, 2 to 5 ain't that much money. I'm gonna go and do this 2 piece on my dickhead and be out.
Yeah, I mean, And that's a great explanation because I'm thinking like, why did Boosie stop fighting it? Like, come on, Boosie don't want to do no time in jail, and I feel like it was a bogus ass charge because you dropped the charge and then you pick it back up after he celebrated. Like, that's some weirdo shit, bro. They really want Boosie up in the feds, bro. So I mean, if he doing it 2 to 5, hopefully stay in good health. Bring his ass home. Hope it be quick. You know what I'm saying? I think you gotta do what you said, 90% of your time in the feds.
85, yeah.
85. So hopefully out there quick, man. But I really don't see him getting no time, man. I think they're gonna give him probation. You know what I'm saying?
If they gonna give him probation, nah, he gonna get some time in the feds. I don't see him doing no federal probation for that because, and the reason I say that is because after they dropped it and then they came back and brought it back, I think they want you. I don't think they gonna give you no now. The sentence might be a light sentence, but I can't see him getting no probation for it. But I wish bro the best, but y'all just felt like he got tired of spending that money, man. Because I mean, that lawyer, she was good, but she was hitting him in the head for 300K. You know what I'm saying? You remember he had to sell
Yeah,
one of his Rolls Royces.
yeah. Got to liquidate
So
that mug real quick. Got it to her.
and every time you go back to court, like shit, that's another lawyer fee. So I think you just look, man, another 300 piece. Yeah, I ain't doing that. See what they talking about.
That's why Diddy. That's why I liked what Diddy was doing with his lawyers and what he was doing with antics outside the courtroom. Because when you got money, it allows you to fight the government properly. Because they use tactics, but they have a damn near endless bank account. So when people got money, like Diddy and Michael Jackson, and they can fight and they can expose these tactics and get off with probation or nothing at all, as in Michael Jackson case, it's just that's how it's supposed to be fought. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt, man. And
But Boosie about to do his time. He want to do his little time, bring his ass home, and keep it. I like what Boosie be doing though. Like he got an apartment. He got this massive, crazy swimming pool. He got a nice house. He got these apartments that like he got built out for his like his son and daughters and stuff. And he got like a
yeah,
street. I like what he doing with it with his money, man.
yeah, no doubt. He just built a badass lake and everything. Yeah, I mean, he definitely capitalized. He got a lot of business ventures going on. So he's definitely a businessman. Once you get in the scope, they always try to take you down. So it is what it is. And if they can't take you down, they gonna make sure that you spend a plethora of money fighting. Uh, so staying in the realm of rappers, man, another rapper that was in legal trouble or got served some legal papers was Big Huey from
The
Detroit.
traffic, bro. Would you look at this shit, bro? Look, I can't. Everything is locked. Cybertruck deactivated. Look at this shit, bro. Cars all on the side of me, bro. What the fuck, bro? I gotta call Tesla, bro. What the fuck, bro? Like, what the fuck? I can't move the car, bro. I'm stranded as fuck. Hell no, bro.
Man, that's some bullshit, bro. I ain't rocking with that.
Hey, but Tesla
I ain't
actually
rocking with
served
that,
him.
bro. That's some.
Tesla actually served him a cease and desist letter saying that he got to quit using the Cybertruck in his videos. I mean, is that even legal? If I'm paying for this shit, it's gonna be mine. Can you even do that? I mean,
Yeah, like what's that shit is some weird ass shit. That's why I'm not rocking with that. And it's just like that's what the future is going to though. People said it's gonna come to a point where you're not even paying for cars, you're just leasing them out and you don't pay the note, it drives itself back to the dealership. Like it's just about to be some it's just like with the apps and stuff with the computers, like you no longer own anything, you're just renting it into forever. You know what I'm saying? You can never purchase anything and have it no more. It's like you have to have a membership. You know what I'm saying? So it's some bullshit. And the way that they telling this man that he can't use his property in a video, and they shut it down on a highway. Come on, bro. I'm not. That's crazy work. He literally could be stranded. You don't know what he had in the car. If he had his kids in the car, groceries in the car, and you shut him down in the middle of a highway, bro. Y'all, he needs to be compensated, bro.
I can say this to all these D boys though that be, trafficking, that, be doing the high stakes trafficking and all this. Do not go get a Tesla. Because if law enforcement even has an inclination that you're transporting or trafficking anything, they can have Tesla stop that car cold. So ain't no more getaway. You know what I'm saying? And that's like that on a lot of these cars. They got tracking on them and things like that. There's no more getaway unless you're driving an older model car. You know what I mean? Because hey, the North Star and the Cadillacs and all that, they can not only pinpoint your location, but they can dead the engine, so you can't start it. So yeah, for all y'all who want to be super duper fly and do the trafficking thing, just remember if you're doing it, you got to go back old school with it. Now,
Yep. And that might be a
I'm not condoning that type of behavior, but I'm just telling you, if you're doing it, you better be
you
playing
gotta be smart
chess.
about it. Yeah, you gotta be smart about it, man. There's cameras everywhere, either way it go. And but the way Tesla um served this man with a cease and desist because he had their car and his videos, it is beyond the realm of understanding, kind of, because it's like, dude, that's some fuck shit. I'm paying for this property and I can't use it, and you shut me down in the middle of the highway. Man, fuck that Tesla. They say sales are down from that shit anyways, because a lot of MAGA fans ain't feeling him right now anyways.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand it. I don't even think it's lawful. You know what I'm saying? For them to be able to do
Facts.
that, and
That's,
you're
that's what I'm
paying a car
saying.
note. It's in your name. Tesla no longer owns that vehicle unless you get behind on your notes and they repossess it. So
Exactly.
yeah, that was
It's
some.
still your property as long as you're current. So that's nah, bruh. Nah, it's something fishy about that shit. But Tesla, they gonna end up shooting themselves in the foot because people gonna start fucking with them.
Yeah, but shout out to Big Huey, man. Say I know his streaming numbers went up after he posted that video. You know what I'm saying? So he used that as a little marketing tool also. So yeah, it is what it is. Another rapper that was taking heat this week was Lil Yachty, man, Lil Boat, for his comments that he made on Blackboy Max's stream when he was doing this little freestyle session or recording session or whatever it was. And yeah, so Stack 5 had to reply. Let's get into that.
Wait for it, wait for it. I TSUS, I'm finna go break the bank for it. Put my knee up on her neck, I went George Floyd. I be tweaking, she get wet, she gon' wait for me. Put my knee up on her neck, I went George Floyd.
Doing the right thing, I'm winning. I'm just trying not to pay attention to you idiots, man. But like, it's just hard, bro. Like, Lil Yachty, bro. You been whacked, my nigga. But you think you saying George Floyd name and trying to use his name in the bar that's gonna make people like your whack ass music, my nigga? That shit weak. Y'all the only era that feel like demeaning the dead and saying that shit is cool, my nigga. It ain't. It ain't. And it's me and the whole third ward and the whole Houston, Texas riding behind G, man. Don't ever say his name, bro. None of y'all knew G. Nothing about him. But y'all want to say his name for clout. Put a knee up on his neck. I do joke. That's some weak ass shit, Yachty. But let somebody die in your family. We gonna do a whole skit about it and see how funny it is, bro.
Yeah, so that was weak. Yada, you know what I'm saying? And as black people, man, we need to quit doing that. We always want to make a reference to some shit that bad that happened to one of us. You know what I'm saying? In these rap songs or something like that for another race to make a mockery of it. Why make a mockery of something like that, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? That just makes us look bad all the way around. Quit doing that type of shit.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's some BS, and I feel like you're not taking it serious for that moment. You're lessening that moment in history now, and because that's what Wayne did with the with I, and
In
I
the theater.
it disgusted me. It disgusted me. Yeah. Even with the Rodney King one, he did an Emmett Till one, but the Rodney King when he said Rodney King, baby, yeah, beat it like a cow. When I first heard it, I'm like, why is he? What the? What Wayne? Like, come on, bro. Like that was a sensitive moment in our history, but you guys diminish it every time you do stuff like that because now we're singing along with it and thinking it's all funny and games, and it's just shifting the people's mindsets instead of keeping it to the seriousness of what was going on with Rodney King, Emmett Till, George Floyd. But you guys are using it lightheartedly in a joking way, and it's just like it's disgusting. It's pitiful. All the baddest words in the world because it's insensitive, man. Like, are you rocking with us or what? Like, did you feel like did money turn you into like you're not black no more? Like, it'd be confusing.
Now Stack did make another video saying that Yachty they talked and Yachty apologized and all this, but just apologizing behind the scenes, keep that same energy and get on a live and apologize to everybody that was watching. You know what I'm saying? Because just doing it to stack five, it's like you're just doing it to comfort him and the family. You know what I'm saying? But come out and actually show the other people in the race or the other people that was riding with you that didn't like this comment. Come out and show them that, hey man, I know y'all was sensitive to what I said, and I'm sorry about that. I'll do better. I'll try to do better, whatever. Because yeah, man, we can't keep doing this. Every time we take a step forward, we're taking two steps backwards with shit like this.
Yeah, man. And Wayne also came out and apologized for the Emmett Till bar that he had too. So it's like, if you know it's wrong, why say it? I don't know if you're just trying to stir up this controversy. Of course, that's what you're doing, but certain things should be off limits, especially to people like that. Because I don't see Jewish people having a bar in there about the Holocaust. I don't see, what I'm saying, white people talking about the revolution in a certain type of light like that. It's like you don't do that to your people, man.
Nah, yeah, definitely. So yeah, man, we just gotta we gotta get better and we gotta get more sensitive on how it's gonna make the families and things like that feel, especially when like Lil Yachty ain't no youngster no more. You know what I'm saying? He's not a one of these little drill rappers out here. He should know better, right? He's a full fledged businessman, so
Yeah,
he got to be held accountable for his actions when he do stuff like that. But
yeah,
somebody else that needs to be held accountable for their actions, man, is this woman who walked her kids to school in this robe with a towel on her head. Hey, I'm sick of this type of shit right here. I'm not gonna even lie to you. I'm sick of the bonnets. I'm sick of the booty shorts at the bus stop. I'm sick of y'all going out with the bonnets, with the booty shorts, with the bare feet. And I get it. She could have worked a night job, you know what I'm saying? And it's just coming home from a night shift or whatever. But at the same time, hey man, the way you take pride in yourself, how you go out and look at the club, work, go to work. That's how you should take it when you're taking your kids to school. Don't be walking your kids to school looking raggedy and ratchet like this. And that's all I got to say about that. About them out.
yeah, man. I agree. This is ridiculous. Look, her kids are not suggest she probably had a long morning. I can understand you had a long morning, but it's ridiculous and it's disrespectful to the husband. I'm like, if I'm the husband, I'm seeing this. I'm like, you took my kids to school up there in a bathroom. What's going on? You know what I'm saying? It's like, bruh, like I would have dropped them off. I'd have been late to work. What's going on? Or what is it that's going on? You got to be able to. You got to be able to get dressed, man. If that's the case, if you work the all nighter, stay up and stay in those same clothes. Take them to school real quick. I mean, I don't even think you gotta drop them off. You could have stayed in the car, and the teachers would have took them to their spots, especially if it's not the first day of school. So it's like you can't come out. You can't go to a school campus. Like, if you was run to your local corner store quickly, I can understand. But you can't take kids to school like that, man.
Yeah, it's not even being worried about, no damn man or them being late or whatever. It's about looking presentable in public. You know what I'm saying? When you go
Yeah,
out, you want to
that's
look presentable
the
in public.
wrong mindset. Yeah,
You
it's
know,
about being. Yeah,
it just gives other people something to talk about. You know what I'm saying? I know
yeah,
y'all can say, "Hey, I don't care what other people say or not," but it's just about that's the reflection of you. Do you want this to be the reflection of you that people see and people know? You know what I'm saying? Walking your kids to school in a bathrobe with a towel on your head or a booty shorts
exactly.
running at the bus stop. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that, or going to the school in flip flops with booty shorts and a bonnet on your head to a teacher's conference. They're gonna automatically look at you and think of you, one way, and then they're gonna reflect that way of thinking on your kids because
Exactly.
that's how your kids are being raised.
And it's low key. It could be low key embarrassing to the kids. It's just like you don't go to. You gotta have some decorum about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Her husband should have seen the way she even said, "Don't worry, babe, I got the kids." He probably off to work. It doesn't matter. Her husband doesn't have the duty. She has to be able to dress herself appropriately because that's not appropriate. I mean, people could, if you do that on a consistent basis, people could call, CPS or whatever. They can feel some type of way about how you're presenting yourself with these kids. I don't think that's
And
appropriate to go out in public like that. Like I said, if you was running to your local corner store real quick,
go ahead.
go ahead.
No, I was
I'm
saying
good. I'm
as
finished.
a man, if he was letting his wife walk out of the house like that, if he was at home, he need his ass whooped too.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure he wasn't at home. He's probably up early to go to work.
I'm just saying because there ain't no way you walking your ass out the house as my woman, and I'm there like that to walk them
Yeah,
kids to school. You better get your ass dressed properly, or I'll do it.
that's what I'm saying. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and drop him off real quick. I mean, all you need is a t-shirt. You could do some sweatpants, do a little cap if you're just dropping them off real quick. But you need to be way more proper than bathrobe attire. So that's basically saying, what do you have underneath that? You know what I'm saying? It's like you going on to a school campus with what underneath the bathrobe. I hope you got freaking night clothes or something, like something legit.
All right, Joe, we got you. It's probably happened at one time, and those kids are probably top of the class. I
One
hope they are
time too
top of the class.
many. One time too many.
I hope they are top of the class. We got this women's liberation thing going on in the chat. You know what I'm saying? She's down for her counterpart. Well, I mean, not her counterparts, but she's down for her females in the chat. We all
I feel you, but some things are just inexcusable. I mean, did you not see that one principal, not principal, but he was like some type of school administrative. He put down jokingly on Twitter like, guys, we talk about y'all when y'all wear this type of stuff. So come to um come to your kids' parent teacher meeting dressed presentably. They fired him, but then the school ended up literally when the start of school ended up implementing a new dress code to where parents have to come with certain type of things not on, like those shower caps and all that. They fired him, but they took his idea and now
exactly, and he
you gotta
should
do it.
have action against their ass too.
Huh?
I said he should have took legal action against their ass too.
And I think he's on the way of doing that right now. We got to follow with that story on Spin the Block Media YouTube page.
Already, so staying on the women attribute of things, we gonna move on from the woman in the wardrobe to Sha'Carri Richardson getting arrested for domestic violence. Now, I think we did cover this a couple of weeks ago when she first got arrested before we took, the week hiatus. but we didn't have any video to go on. So
We didn't
let's
have
get
nothing.
into
Yeah.
yeah. So let's get into the body cam footage and see what's up. You can see her shoving him against the pillar right there. It's in the
Yeah,
lieu
she's
of
being really aggressive out in public.
shoving him again.
And boarding pass by chance?
Yeah, do you need my ID for what? If you don't mind me asking?
Investigating a possible assault.
Assault?
That's
Oh,
what
And she's being over talkative right here.
Listen,
Chris, I assaulted you? Okay. I'm so
It
sorry. I'm
seems
just
like
making
sure.
sure. Oh, okay.
No self-control.
Oh, one of the TSA people, because I can definitely have evidence of him assaulting me if possible.
There's cameras everywhere.
Okay. But like I said, yes, I do. My name is Sha'Carri Richardson. I do have my ID. What am I under arrest for? Christian, are you serious right now? Okay. I didn't assault him though.
We have video cameras.
I literally we were having an argument. I'm not resisting, so you don't have to do it harder. Christian, are you serious right now? Christian.
He ain't do shit.
He doesn't get a say.
But I understand. We were arguing. But I understand entirely. We were arguing. Okay. I'm not gonna resist, but I'm telling you that we was arguing. I didn't assault him. I didn't do anything wrong. But the fact that you guys are doing this to me, and he's the man in this situation, I'm gonna comply. So are y'all gonna arrest him? I plan on pressing charges on him then. Okay. Okay. I plan on pressing charges on him.
And he didn't do nothing.
He didn't do nothing. He actually told the police. He actually told the police that she didn't hit him, and they said we have it on video. Right? So he was actually trying to get her off. And then after the police told her, he didn't say anything. Well, they didn't actually say he didn't say anything, but when she was saying, Christian, are you serious? And they said he wasn't the one that reported, the TSA agents did. You know what I'm saying? But she was steady trying to throw the blame on him like he did it. Dude, you attacked this man in front of TSA agents, and then you know his cameras everywhere in the airports. I mean, come on now. And then you're going to say, oh, well, I want him arrested too. If I could get video of him assaulting me. Like, come on, man. If it was video of him assaulting you, they would have arrested him too.
I don't know, man. This make her look like not a good person, man. That's just, it's kind of, you see how they try to use that woman privilege, and now cameras are out. It's like, come on, what's, you want him to get arrested because you're mad right now? It's like, but what really happened? He's not even, he's lying to the cops about you pushing him, because we're thinking like, honestly, as a black man with a young woman, yeah, we're thinking like, it's not a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, get your hands off me. But that's a big deal in public to be acting erratic like that. And that's what Christian Coleman was saying. If we had that footage, when they pulled him to the side, he's like, man, I'm not worried about that. No, she didn't touch me. I'm just more focused on the fact that she's acting like this in public. And that's the thing. It's like, come on, have some decorum in public. We'll talk about it when we get to it. You're holding my stuff hostage. She has his luggage and told the people that she won't give it back to him because it's in her possession. So now they missed their flight. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of irrationality on her end. And then she's being physical with him in public. And then when the cops come, if she would have played it cool, she could have got away. Like, they probably would have said, stay your distance. But she's lying, and she's trying to get him under arrest. Yeah. When I first heard the story, I was like, bro, it's not a big deal. But to see how she handled herself, it was cringy to watch, bro.
But hold up. Wait. Because Dro say, man, that's really embarrassing. But didn't she have issues with her ex-girlfriend? The same thing? I didn't know.
I mean, people were saying about her in college.
Huh?
People were saying that about her in college. There was some rumors on Twitter and stuff like that her and her ex-girlfriend was abusive with each other when she was in that college era.
Oh, so she not new to this domestic violence thing. You know? She just switched up.
Man, switched up with Christian Coleman, man.
Yeah. So, but it's just crazy how. But she did go online, and I don't have it here. I thought I had uploaded it. But she went online and she actually had a apology video. Let me see if do got it because I
Man,
thought.
that apology video, she's smirking the whole time with this sly grin. It's like, honestly, I mean, she's doing the apology, but it's like, are you really apologizing? And why are you thinking it's funny? Like, a man would have been cooked if he would have came on there with a sly grin instead of trying to be serious and probably having a tear fall and letting people know
Yeah,
he's really not an abuser. Man, she was like, she reading like she's like at cheer camp or something. I just thought like it wasn't sincere, but at the end of the day, I'm not even worried about it. Christian, if you're gonna stay with her, you know what I'm saying, just be prepared that she might throw you under the bus for something that you ain't do. And
I
that's one of the biggest things.
no doubt. I do have it, y'all. So let's get into that apology video.
Hey y'all, it's Sha'Carri, and more than anything,
Wow.
definitely a lot of
Not
self-reflection,
looking.
a lot of understanding of not only putting myself in a compromised situation, but somebody that I have a deep care and appreciation for as well is something that holding myself accountable. I see myself, I'm taking this time to not only see myself, but get myself a certain level of help that overall is going to reflect who I truly am in my heart and my spirit, and not allowing this moment, but accepting this moment to be more. And so my only thing is I want to be more, not even just for myself, for my family, for my fans, and overly appreciate y'all supporting me and showing up and even holding me accountable to being my best self. So more than anything, I refuse to my family, for my fans, and overly appreciate.
Well, anyway, I think it skipped, reverted back. But you forgot to apologize, baby girl. You forgot to apologize to Christy for that. You know what I'm saying? So
And when
you
she
need to
first opened up
apologize.
the apology, when she first opened up the apology, she said, I want to apologize for putting myself into a situation with someone that I care about. But it's like you're only caring about yourself in this situation. You know what I'm saying? And how you look bad. But you're not apologizing to how it made Christian look and feel. So it's just like Sha'Carri's full of herself. Um, I don't think it deserves no jail time, but I do think it deserves real reflection. Probably Christian gonna have to step away from her because she's using him as a crutch, and it's not good. Obviously, especially when it gets to public like that.
Well, I mean, that's a red flag, right? I mean, she
Yeah,
tried to get him arrested. She tried to say that,
exactly.
he put his hands on me too. I mean, on her too. So I mean, yeah, you
Red
trying to take me
flag,
down
bro.
because you're going down when they have the evidence on you, and I clearly tried to get you out of it. But since you're going down, you're trying to take me down with you. Yeah, that's a red flag. That's two of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. File on the play, man. For real.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and then for him to see that footage, because at the time he didn't see the footage. He didn't even probably know what was going on because they always separate you.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
for him to see that footage now, I know it's affecting him and what's going on with their relationship. And I think they're going to end up parting ways before all is said and done. And it's going to be one of Sha'Carri's worst mistakes, in my opinion.
Because what happens when y'all are alone, there are no cameras there unless you turn on and start recording. But then there's no telling what happened prior. So prior to you starting to record something, she could have said, "Oh well, he put his hands on me," and she could have left a mark on herself. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man.
Yeah. Or he could just snap one day, tired
Yep.
of getting hit on, and he going to show her what it's like, and now it's just a bigger fiasco. It's the Chris Brown effect all over again. So it's best for him to probably, like you said, just leave that situation alone and part ways. She needs some more healing to do, and he needs somebody that's going to respect him.
No doubt. Another woman that's in hot water is New Orleans mayor. She's been indicted by the feds for misappropriation of funds and fraud.
A bombshell indictment against New Orleans Mayor LaToya Cantrell and former officer Jeffrey Vappy.
It alleges the two exploited their public positions to develop and implement a scheme to defraud the city of New Orleans. Cantrell has been in hot water for much of her time in public office. Attack ads flew back in 2012 when she ran for council for failing to file campaign finance reports after a 2004 race for school board. WDSU Investigates broke the story on how she had used a credit card while on the council for what appeared to be personal expenses unrelated to work. She never faced charges. After winning election for mayor, her first term started off normal, but then it was dominated by the COVID pandemic. In her second term, she has faced several controversies, including her travel to other countries and turnover in key departments.
Well, the basis of these felony charges, the prosecutors say that the mayor and Officer Vappy are in a romantic relationship.
Multiple pages of these documents detail how Cantrell and Vappy organized city trips on the city dime to spend time together.
I mean, that's nothing new, though. These politicians and council members and mayors, governors, everybody been doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just who the feds pick and choose that they want to bring down.
I totally agree. I mean, there was a private art studio in the museum of some museum down in Houston that was built on taxpayers' dollars for a sheriff, I believe, or somebody in the council or whatever, and they were living in it. Basically, they had their own little shower and everything downtown. You know what I'm saying? A little apartment on the taxpayers' dime. This gets done every day. Like you said, they just want to find out. They just want to do it, and they know it gets done every day. So for a politician, when they want to take you down, they'll just find out when you use some money on, you know what I'm saying, on a credit card that you wasn't supposed because it was a personal expense. And they'll take you down that way because they know that it's so common that they can find that. So at this point, it's like either clean it up all across the board or leave people the heck alone and stop picking and choosing.
Exactly, because every person that holds a position in a state, I'm pretty sure, like a mayor or a governor, things like that, there's a misappropriation of funds somewhere, or somebody in their office, you know what I'm saying, is using funds inappropriately, you know, whether it's for personal or whatever things on the side, you know what I'm saying, that you want to keep out of your expense report. Yeah, everybody doing it, man. And a lot of those funds are earmarked on the DL to go towards shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They just saying that it's gonna be, they're setting funds aside for a certain project or something like that, but actually it's going somewhere totally different. So yeah, you just gotta take this with a grain of salt. Like I said, maybe she pissed somebody out. They've been watching her for a minute, but this is just, it's more common than what the feds are willing to admit.
Oh man, yeah.
So that's it for that, T. But we're gonna move on to Trump, man. Trump is actually going after the cartels. I mean, he said he was, but now he's actually talking about, he said he was talking about going after the cartels in Mexico, but now he's talking about going after the cartels in Latin America, which is Central America, so the Latin American countries. So let's get into this and then come back. One thing I can tell the D-boys and the junkies, the price about to go up.
The New York Times revealing tonight that President Trump has quietly signed a directive green-lighting U.S. military force outside of the United States. The target? Powerful cartels operating deep inside Latin America.
You were talking about sending military forces to fight against the drug cartels in Latin America. Do you think it's worth sending our forces, our U.S. forces there to take this on?
Cartels where?
Central Latin America.
Well, Latin America's got a lot of cartels. They've got a lot of drugs flowing. So, you know, we want to protect our country. We have to protect our country. We haven't been doing it for 4 years. And we love this country like they love their countries. We have to protect our country. So, you know, we're playing a tough game, but we'll have more to say about that soon.
But there's a wall that Mexico won't let Trump climb. President Claudia Sheinbaum doubled down yesterday, telling reporters that she will never allow U.S. troops to enter Mexico, calling it a violation of sovereignty, though she says she's open to sharing intel and coordinating across the border. What's interesting here also, Natasha, just about an hour ago, I did get off the phone with a contact of mine who was a former Mexican Special Services member. What he says is that the United States could conduct a covert military strike, meaning that the United States could strike cartels and not notify Mexican authorities. Kind of like what we saw last year when the United States was able to capture El Mayo, the co-founder of the Sinaloa cartel. That was a covert mission that the United States authorities did not warn Mexican authorities. And that's what my contact says. We could see something similar like that in this next year or so.
Hey, he going after him, man. He said he was. And you heard what old boy said just about that covert mission. So whether the Mexican president want to okay the U.S. military coming in there or not, we probably gonna send them in there on the down low anyway. You know what I'm saying? Low key.
Yeah, but that could be a basis for war too. Like you coming in my country, and you ain't supposed to be here. But I mean, Mexico don't want to take it there.
Nah.
They don't want to take it there. But I feel like the president of Mexico might be bought by the cartel. Because why would you not want this help if the cartel is corrupting everything around you? Because the cartel is actually paying for everything around you too. So, I mean, Trump is understanding how complicit the government is over there in Mexico with these cartels. So he's going to do covert stuff like this, and he's basically saying, "What you going to do about it? I'm getting rid of something that's negative, that's supposed to be bad, and if you're not going to, either you're going to help me or I'm going to get it done myself." But I like the idea of getting rid of the cartel. Like you said, the price about to go up. You're gonna have to get a lot craftier, but stuff people gonna get stuff done.
I
It
mean,
might be a harder way to get it down there, but people gonna get it done.
yeah, but we also have to look at it this way. In order to combat drugs, we got to tackle that issue at home first. Because if America didn't have such a big drug problem, there wouldn't be those massive amount of drugs coming through here. You know what I'm saying? China doesn't
Yeah.
have just an overwhelming drug problem to where they have to worry about, you know what I'm saying, fighting with the cartels, and not even though China is part of the problem because they're actually giving the ingredients to Mexico and those other Latin American cartels to help fuel the fentanyl epidemic or crisis, things of that nature. But at the same time, that shit got to start at home, man. You know what I'm saying? Not only do we need to start implementing programs and stuff for these addicts, but we also need to implement programs to keep people off drugs in the first place. You know how they did, and I'm kind of using this as an analogy, but at the same time, I don't know, it was like a catch-22 back in the days, because you remember how they had the DARE program, like DARE to keep kids off of drugs. So, that worked in its own aspect. But on the flip side of that, at the same time, they was putting drugs in the neighborhood. So that shit was really working for the middle class white families or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because it was such a scary notion to be on drugs and what they could do to you and what they could do to your family or whatever. And at the same time, you saying dare to keep kids off drugs in the hood. Yeah, we see that shit at school, but when we get out, we see the dope dealers and stuff making money, but we also see the after effects of the crackheads. So it was a catch-22 because where I grew up at, you could go either way. You know what I'm saying? You could either end up becoming a crackhead, or you could end up becoming a deeper. One of the two. It's very seldom that back in the late 80s, early 90s, you know what I'm saying, that people went on to be successful because of the drug epidemic. And I just brought that up because I wanted to show the dynamic of, how Dare to Keep Kids Off of Drugs actually did help in the war on drugs at some point, and we just need to implement those kind of programs now. By me saying, the problem, if we want to fix the problem, we need to start at home doing that shit because we don't have programs like that anymore.
Yeah, and I agree with you saying it needs to start at home. So I mean, also, I mean, if parents, we don't have to. I mean, we got to come up with systems within our community too. We got to show up. It ain't got to be the church all the time. We could show up in parking lots or some type of entity. People have shops and barbershops and plan stuff and put a code down for for us. And no, we're not going to do this. But that's just fairy tale living right there.
Yeah.
But
What
yeah,
up,
it does start
Kilo?
at home,
Go ahead.
huh?
Now I was
Oh yeah,
saying,
yeah, yeah.
in the building.
It starts at home, man. Less drugs. That means cartel would have people to sell to anyways, and we wouldn't have to fight them as hard anyway. So, but I mean, at the end of the day, real drugs that they're on now is way more addictive than crack cocaine and way more destructive than crack cocaine. And if you don't believe me, you can ask Hunter Biden.
Man, say you proud of her about to say, man, that boy broke down how to cook crack. He broke down the difference between crack and cocaine. That boy broke down how it made you feel. That boy, he's an expert, man.
Man, he
We
told you
talking
ain't
about
nothing wrong with crack. It's worse than beer. Beer is worse than crack. You know what I'm saying? He was just
so
breaking it down. But yeah,
that boy got a PhD in drug use.
telling you.
But okay, so the last topic of the night, man, we say this for the last because it's unfortunate that the BET Hip Hop Awards and the Soul Train Awards have been canceled by BET. How do you feel about that for the culture?
Whew, that's a blow because a lot of people be trying to say, I don't do my Grammy like that, but my BET award, they've been trying to like big up the BET award and like, you know what I'm saying? Like this is one that I care about the most. But now we're not going to be able to even have the BET award or the legendary Soul Train award. I didn't even know they were in tandem. I didn't know that they were ran by the same company, but obviously they are. And it's just like, that's you see how our stuff always got to wither away because first of all, none of our stars like even put their money together to even control stuff like this, and that's what Michael Jackson was doing. That's what Prince was doing. We got to be able to. Yeah, it got a lot of money, but only individuals have a lot of money. We don't have like a conglomerate that can get that popping. So, um, with the BET Awards being canceled, it doesn't really give us a place that we can call our own and we can you know what I'm saying, come together right there and feel good about it. But like Charlemagne was saying, the stars don't really go there. You know what I'm saying? They'll go there when they're hot at the beginning and then they'll frequent the VMAs more, they'll frequent MTV awards more, they'll frequent the Grammys more, and people want to see the stars perform. And if you're going to give that to them, they're going to, yes, use that revenue to be able to come up again and again, which you're not, the stars aren't coming to BET, and that revenue and those eyes aren't just equating to we can keep the doors open. So it's a catch 22 again.
Yeah, BET is owned by Viacom, who bought it from Robert Johnson back in the '90s. Um, that was a bad move by Robert Johnson, but I get it. Hey, it made him the first, well, not the first, but it made him a black billionaire. You know what I mean? So he built that company, and I'm guessing he
Mm-hmm.
thought that Viacom would carry on that tradition or whatever. But it's been slowly going down. Look, they took away 106 in Park. They took away, all the staples that actually made BET. And then they start changing it. The budget started changing. You know what I'm saying? So you only had so much to spend. Instead of going up, it's like they capped it, not even hitting the ceiling, but they put a cap on it, and then they gradually just started reducing things. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, we want this artist to perform, but you got to perform with this type of budget. So yeah, a lot of the big stars not gonna want to come because they don't want to do a mediocre set. You know what I'm saying? Like they want that same the same thing that you get at the VMAs or the CMTs. They want that same type of budget where they could bring that same type of energy. You know, and when you don't get that, you don't want to be subpar for your fans, man. And a lot of these people start lip syncing and shit that, you know what I'm saying? You want that raw live performance, and we just weren't getting that anymore. So I mean, I really stopped watching the BET Awards. It wasn't nothing that, I was, how you used to be excited because the Grammys and stuff was coming on, and when the Source Awards was getting ready with, Biggie and Pac was gonna be there and all that. It was hype back then. Now you just want to see certain performances, and you can catch that clip on YouTube. Because
Damn.
it ain't flowing. It ain't got that motion out there all the way through. You know what I'm saying? It's just not fire all the way through. It's got its dead
But
spots.
but that's also what they were saying. BET was saying. Lauren LaRosa has said BET was trying to figure out how to present it to people now because the way that's being presented now straight through television, like you said, it could become outdated and it's not hitting home. So they said that it's not canceled. It's canceled indefinitely. So it might come back just not as the way that it used to be. And I think that could be a good thing. If you're thinking about bringing it to your phone somehow in a Snapchat way and the artist kind of like doing cool stuff like that, I think that'd be a new cool way to watch the awards. So if they have real brainchilds in there, figuring out different ways to get it to us in a cooler edge and a more ways that we could watch it on our tablet and it be interactive or on our, you know what I'm saying, VR headsets and it be interactive and cool, I think that'd be cool. Bring it to us like that. But the way that they've been reducing this budget, it's like, can y'all afford it or are you going to even invest in it? So
Yeah, it's not
we'll see,
affording
man. But it does
allocating the
suck to have.
funds to that. You know what I'm saying? This is not can they afford it, is will they allocate the funds to it? You know what I'm saying? For those artists to actually want to get up there and do better. But Keela right, I mean most of the artists do suck nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not a fan of Sexy Red, but a lot of people are. And I get that. So I could actually say that they suck. You could say that they suck, but it's a lot of people out there that love these artists, that like these artists. So, it gets them hype. But the
Yeah.
numbers are down, and numbers don't lie. So, the
I would say, you know
BT,
who go hard though? And I just got on. I was driving back from Houston the other night, and I was listening to that song 2 a.m. by Big X the Plug. And I'm like, hold
oh yeah.
on, man. I like the way he chopped that. I like the way he chopped that sample because that song like people. Sometimes people depend on the sample too much, and I'm like, hold on. That's at the end of the song. I recognize the sample. I'm like, yo, live. I went back. I was cleaning my shop today, and I played this whole album, and he did a Rick James sample that I didn't catch until the end of it. That's a good artist right there. I don't know if I'm feeling him because he's from Texas, but I'm rocking with dude, and he really got a good vibe with him. It's only a couple artists that come out there and do that. I haven't done that with an artist in a while.
Nah, yeah, Big X the Plug's definitely one of them ones. You know what I'm saying? He been
Yeah,
consistent, but you only got a few
yeah,
of them because it's oversaturated right now. The game is way oversaturated right now. You know what I'm saying? And the people that you think should be hitting, I don't know, just they get overshadowed or you don't even recognize the real talent that's out there because it's a bunch of bullshit that they throw
yeah,
into the forefront. You know what I'm saying? And most of it's just
yeah.
drill rap. So it is what it is, man. But that's it for this week, y'all. Hey, we'll be back Wednesday. So we got some new time slots. Let me share it with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you see that Spinning the Block Media hat that Darius is wearing right there. Hey, that's custom embroidery by D's Totally Tees. But check it out, man. So we'll be back and we have a interview slotted with O King for Wednesday, right? So we're gonna be on Wednesdays and Sundays, okay? It's every other Wednesday and every other Sunday, right? So tonight you had Spinning the Block Media. Boom. Back on Wednesday with Spinning the Block Media, and then we won't be back until the next Wednesday.
Sunday.
Right? No, then we won't be back until the next Sunday. My bad. Yeah. So there it is right there. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, it's your boy Derek Demure.
And it's your boy DJ Designs.
Say, this has been Spinning the Block Media, baby.
On YouTube.
And we out. Fuck with us.
Hey, appreciate y'all rocking with us. All 6 of y'all. Appreciate you guys. We had 6